What's up, everybody? Nathan here. Welcome to round 2 of a competitive Modern League with Jeskai Azcanta. If you don't know what this card does, it's a legendary enchantment that when you play it, you get to scry at your upkeep, sort of scry. Put the card in your graveyard if you don't want it, to draw it, or just add to the total of 7 cards in the graveyard, which when you get to that, you can flip Azcanta, search for Azcanta into Azcanta the Sunken Ruins, and then win the game because of the immense amount of value. Interestingly, once you flip it, all of your extra copies of Search for Azcanta get to just be legendary enchantments that scry every turn that you never flip. So that's pretty cool. If you want to know or see me talk a little bit more about the deck, check the description for the link to the league playlist. Also, if you're not subscribed to my channel and you want to catch my new vlog series that I'm running every Sunday, go ahead and subscribe so you know about that. And just, if you like my content, you like the channel, that kind of stuff, like, subscribe. You guys know what to do. Okay, let's play round 2. All right, we have a match. Can I improve my camera settings really quick? Let me see here, because I got some lights on now. Now I don't have my video lights. I keep those in the other room, but I have some lights. That's too much. I think that's a little better. It makes a big difference. Even I have like a light here, and I have a little diffuser in front of it, and when I turn it off, I am significantly darker. Anyway, you guys don't care about this. Let me do some things you do care about, like be on the play. Yes, keeping. This card feels better on the play. I mean, duh, but it does. Okay, so let's just play Colonnade. I guess the one thing we could do is have led on Scalding Tarn, mainly just because, like, if it's a fast creature deck, it'd be nice to, it's not going to matter, but I was going to say it would be nice to, like, bolt their thing if necessary so that the board is clear when we play Azcanta and we're not behind. But let's just shock, get our mana nice and developed, and play the Search for Azcanta. So already it's going to be getting value for us starting as soon as next turn. Pyromancer's Ascension! Put Cryptic Command in the graveyard? No, we're probably going to have to bounce that thing. Oh, jeez. Not what I was expecting. Alright, so Pyromancer's Ascension Storm. What's wrong with good old Baral and Friends? Are we also playing Baral and Friends? Are we... Okay. Alright, well, let's start getting cards in the graveyard. Look at the top card. Put Spell Snare in your graveyard. Oh, no. No. We're going to draw that. We're going to draw that and hopefully bounce this thing and Spell Snare it on the way back down. That's plan. That's our plan. That is our plan. It's already got a counter on it. Needs one more. Is he also going to Gifts? We're going to bounce it anyway. He's probably going to Gifts. I bet you this is like not even that important. It's just like now he's like, no, I'm just going to play Gift Storm plus Baral and just have everything. But this is not a good counter to fight over their stuff in general, so I'm fine. Even if he gifts, that's unfortunate, but if it's traditional Storm, this is fine. Because they're not going to go off at instant speed, and your Cryptic Command's kind of clunky, so you'd rather cycle it away, hopefully for a more efficient counterspell. Put Path into graveyard. Yes. So now I'm like tempted to bounce it. I mean, I'd have to tap out, which could be bad. But I'm going to do it because I'm not really sure what's going on here. Oh, sorry guys. That was my microphone. So spell snare that as planned. Let's see, that's good enough. It's certainly not bad. We could, in theory, flip this thing now by just helixing our opponent straight away. But I just drew another one. Maybe I should have. I mean, it'll flip next turn, but then it's a whole turn before we get to use it. So yeah, maybe I should have. Two power management. I think I'm just gonna helix our opponent. I just don't get the sense that they are on the new storm plan. They might still have gifts. We don't have a counterspell anyway. Yes, let's put Hollow Fountain. Yes, let's transform. Alright, so I'm going to not play the Colonnade because now we have enough mana to activate, and I want to make sure we have enough mana to activate and cast things. Like we could activate and you can Manamorph. We could activate and cast Cryptic Command if we needed to. Maybe it's that version of Storm, the one that was also like, I'll just kill you with Lightning Bolts version of Storm. His hand's got to be great after all of this cantripping. Okay, so we're just going to get an island and go ahead and activate this guy. Kind of want some of those other cards, but I guess we'll take the snap, we'll take the Serum Visions, put those in any order. Spellquiller's good. Definitely don't want this. This is kind of interesting. But I don't think we want it. Maybe that's wrong. Maybe I should have kept it. Because we have the Spell Queller for some interaction. We can Queller and activate that. But what I'm thinking is that we just we want counter spells to insulate ourselves from whatever he's going to do. Oh, yeah, you know what? Because we got, he's probably got Lightning Bolts, actually. Let's do this first and see what we see. We're going to take the Logic Knot. Put those on the bottom. And then I'm just going to cast this Queller. Kind of expect it to get bolted. Snap is good, so let's pass. We can snap Helix at the end of turn. We can snap Helix and activate this thing. Maybe he's just looking for another Ascension. We will attempt to snap Caster Mage Spell Snare that, or snap Cryptic. Yeah, so let's see. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's go for the snap snare plan. Just because it's more mana efficient. Because like he probably has a remand, so we're gonna logic knot his remand. Is he targeting his? I'm sure he's targeting his own Pyromancer's Ascension, right? Targeting my spell snare. I think I just don't let him draw a card. That is kind of how his deck functions. I'm going to do 5 because he could also like ritual. I don't need this either. I'll just do a lot. That's a lot of cards. So he's still targeting my spell snare. Why not just target his Ascension? Oh, because it was exiling. I'm not thinking. Well, we're going to do this, and maybe we'll find a way sort of to deal with it. Okay, so obviously Cryptic Command deals with that. Spell Snare deals with other stuff. Let's see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we can activate Colonnade and not bounce the Ascension. I think I'm going to take a Cryptic. See what we draw. Bounce that guy. Attack. So now I'd have to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I could counter it and tap him out. No, I can do it for more because I have I can pay. He seems to be like just totally hinged on this card though. So one counter on that. It's at 9. This puts him to 7. Is it 8? So now he has an active Ascension. We can put him to 4. We could also like try to find a way to bounce this again. So Helix puts him... He's obviously... That puts him to 5, so we could potentially kill him next turn. I don't think we'll survive next turn, but I guess we can see what happens here. He's drawn a lot of lands, it seems. He's got 5 cards in hand and just like as many lands as we do. Another Ascension. Okay. Draw like a million cards. 6 cards. Yeah. That feels pretty deadly. Guess to draw this twice. So he's just 6 here. If you don't have enough resources to go off now, then I'm not sure what you'd need. I'm like kind of tempted to just Helix and... I mean, he's already probably has so many cards. Like, the more we let him draw, I think the less likely these are to resolve. But here's the thing, they don't kill him anyway, so we're really just kind of at the mercy of hoping that he somehow doesn't win after casting basically his whole deck. I'm 6th for the moment here. Because I'm tired of hitting number 1. That's funny. It's funny that he didn't have to pay the life. That's what's funny. Does he have another one? Is that why he's making green? The only reason I'm not even pausing is because he's making green, and it's like, is he going to do something different? Probably not. Probably not. He's protecting his life total. I'm assuming I'm getting grape shotted for a lot. If he empties, we might be able to beat an empty. So maybe we'll do this now before the other one resolves. Should have done it earlier. Maybe we should have done it in response to the first one. Maybe it wouldn't have mattered. Okay, so Dispel. Yes. Probably no. Definitely no. Everything else, not great. I hate to bring in one verdict, but we could just die to a... I would like one way in the deck to deal with and empty the Warrens. Maybe it's better than just... Let's try this. Maybe the Cryptics aren't as bad against this version. They still don't seem very good. It's got to be better than the extra verdict, I would think. I mean, if he Warrens early, we're probably just dying. What do I normally bring in? I guess I bring in 2 spells normally. I bring in an Is It Static Caster and an Engineered Explosives. So, and I don't usually run the verdict, so maybe this is not completely unreasonable. Okay, that's how I'm boarding. Okay, play first. Yes. All right. These old versions commonly ran Blood Moon. Let's just go start with Islands. Yes, and I think I'm going to keep all of these. I mean, Electrolyze is like not the most amazing, but it does some damage in cantrips. All right, so here I'm going to play this. No, I guess I can just do it like this now. Oh, wait, I had a spell down there, didn't I? Ugh. Little sloppy, maybe. It was the Electrolyze. I mean, I wasn't, like, crazy excited about it. That card could be good. Okay, so let's bottom all this business. All right, now let's remember how to do this. I think what we need to do is we can play this. We can let him untap with it. We want to let him get like a counter on it, and then we want to try to purge it. If he's going to do nothing, I am going to pass just so that I can purge it with Logic Not Backup. I will purge it with Logic Not Backup at the end of his turn now. I won't wait for him to get a counter. Alright, if he has 2 Dispels, then he has 2 Dispels. One, two. Sweet. Okay. We're gonna shock. Yes, we're gonna do this. Bottom, top. Play this. We're gonna be bolting at the end of his turn, so we'll definitely flip. What we don't want to get is like ritual empty. That'd be sad. I mean, that's less sad. Kind of remembering this version of Storm a little bit. It was like slightly more on the controlling side. So let's not do that and transform it. So now we have an extra mana. If we wanted it. Do I want to click now? Do I want to shock? I think I'm going to shock so that I can click and do this. Yeah, I think I'll just draw step, click the opponent. I have no idea what's going on anymore. Did we just get Cryptic Commanded from a Storm deck? Totally confused. Take that. Any order on the bottom. I mean, that seems silly to do that. Alright, just a regular cantrip, not a draw 3. That's nice. Gonna try to be planning to sling these at his face. I mean, I don't want to die this Snapcaster Mage, but... we got our opponent at effectively 3. So let's activate this first. Ew. I'm still going to fire these bolts off now. Let's start with 1. Okay, that's fine. I'll just bolt you again. Maybe like Snapcaster Dispel and then we'll Verdict. Want both of those. This feels real silly. Did I put the Helix on top? The reason I'm asking is because if I had put the Snapcaster Mage on top, I'll be so annoyed if we die here. Ah, we did. We have to cast both white spells to do this. Kind of annoying. Maybe I can just let this live and then... So we know there's a Snapcaster Mage on top of our deck, but we know what he's trying to do, and we know that we'll die if we don't stop it. It's kind of cool. So I think we just take the Helix and shoot it at his face. Do we shoot it at his face or we shoot the Snapcaster Mage? That's a question. We definitely, no, we shoot it at his face. There's game. Interesting. Okay. I'm trying to think if I could have done anything different. I'm not sure. I obviously I don't think I played like super optimally. I was kind of confused the whole time as to exactly what was happening and what I was playing against. That's okay. Obviously, last league was 4-1, which was great, and this league could very easily be 2-3 or 3-2. If I win just over 50% of my matches, I'm happy. So I'm not like worried about losing. I think there's a tendency sometimes to feel like if you're putting Magic videos out there, you need to win every single match, and that's just not true. Like, everybody loses. I lose all the time. People lose all the time. Okay, so that's it, guys. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you tomorrow for another round of this competitive Modern League with Jeskai Azcanta. See you soon.